welcome to the Spiegelmom Scraps YouTube channel. This is Hannah with you today, and I am going to be sharing with you some shaker funness. So I am deciding to work on my December daily prep early this year, in hopes that if I can get as much prepped, then it will get done a lot quicker. Last year I did a lot of stuff ahead of time. I did some stuff ahead of time, but then by the time the end of the year came, the end of the month, I was not caught up, and so I still have to finish last year's album, but I really want to get a head start on this year's album so that as much of it is done. So I decided that I'm going to do some shaker pockets for just in between. And I always like to start off with like a title page and stuff, and these little 2x2 pockets are perfect for that because I mean really you can't stick a whole lot in them, but they're just kind of fun to like add some little pieces. And if you leave some of the pockets open, you could even like put some pictures in it and stuff. So I'm not really sure exactly how I'll finish them up, but this is how I'm going to start them. So I took some paper from a little mini traveler's notebook album that I had from Scrap and Wonders. And I know a lot of the ladies are going to try to be doing some December daily stuff and some traveler's notebooks. And I kind of want to do some extra stuff this year in my traveler's notebooks too for December. So, but a lot of what I'm going to do for the traveler's notebook is actual journaling, which is fine, right? I mean, but I wanted to take some of the small Tomoe paper and watercolor on it because it really lends itself well to using watercolor. It holds up extremely well. And so what I did was I took my shimmer sprays that I got in the Spiegelmom Scrap store. I'm using Keep Calm, and that's the colorings, which means it just has the color. It doesn't have any shimmer. And then I used a Vibes, which has a pigment and the shimmer, and it's really shimmery. And that one was Razzleberry, Razzle Dazzleberry. There's a lot of razzles Z's in there. And then I also pulled out some of these gold Karataki Gansai Tambi gold paints, and it's from the collection Starry Night or Starry Colors, and they're all like these different shades of gold, and they're gorgeous and they're amazing. If you haven't tried them, they're really a fun watercolor if you like that kind of stuff. Yeah, I know that's not in the store, but besides using just sprays to get your gold in, these are really luscious and they add for a nice little snidbit. So one of the things that I'm also thinking about is the stuff that I want to use in my album, and do I have anything else in my stash that isn't Christmas that I could use? And I've had some of these chipboard pieces from Maggie Holmes Gather for like ever. I think it's Gather, maybe that or Chasing Dreams, but it doesn't really matter because I have them left over. They might be Chasing Dreams. And there's the one word that says Together, and so I'm going to use that. I thought it would be a kind of fun little thing because Christmas is about being together with your family, right? So I just took some of those letters and I put them all over the different pieces, and they're all those, like I said, I cut those down to 2x2, and I just did a wash on some of them. I like sprinkled some color on some of them, and then I did some hearts and a Christmas tree, and I just left it at that. So it works really nice to put that through, and I don't know, it just adds a little nice touch. And that Tomoe paper is really, really thin, so it just adds something without adding like a whole big bunch of pattern and paper, and then I'm gonna fill these in. So I am using, for this pocket, I am using Happy Happy Winter, and it is gorgeous and amazing. It has green and some teal and aqua colors, and then like a really light blue gray color, like a rose copper color. It's like a pinky copper, and then a red. So just nice and fun, and it's gonna go really well with this Falala collection from Crepe Paper. It's gonna be amazing. So I picked some chipboard. Gonna use some of those stickers. I'm just looking to see what I have, and I'm gonna use my fuse tool to fuse it. You could also stitch on here as well if you wanted that kind of element to it to get that fuse, but I really like the fuse tool. I find that with the fuse tool, the more you use it, the better it gets, and a glass mat really would work out perfectly. I don't, however, have one, so you just kind of have to go over it. You don't want to go too slow, but you don't want to go too fast, or it'll skip a little bit. So, and I'm just putting the sequins all along the middle part, and then I just left that middle one with the tree empty. I mean, I could if I wanted to add some, but I think I just want to leave it. And I also did add some color cast acrylic pieces in there too, up to the top one. So I added a die cut down at the bottom, that gold one. It's kind of hard to see because it doesn't look gold now because I flipped it. And then on the other side, I have a one of the die cut snowflakes with a color cast piece, and then some of the chipboard from the Falala collection too. So that die cut is from the Falala. I'm trying to use a lot of the same pieces, like from the same collection, just because it kind of helps to keep everything all tied together, at least for that pocket. So this next pocket, because I had two this year I'm using the Allie Edwards December Daily album. I got some of her kit pieces, like and some stuff like that. But anyway, so I'm just going to be mixing a lot of different stuff together. But yeah. So I have two of these, and I just thought I'd just work on both of them because then they're done. And then I don't have to worry about it, right? Because that's the good thing about prepping early. I had these cork pieces in my stash, so I'm going to use those. If I thought about it, I would have added some extra cork from the store. I don't know what pieces are left in the store for the cork, but if you can get your hands on some of the cork, this is a fun little technique that you could do with any cork pieces from the Spiegelmom Scrap store, is use some gold. Even acrylic paint would work well too. But I used the Karataki gold paints, and they worked out. Oh my gosh, they look so luscious on here. Oh my goodness, I am so amazed at how great it turned out. I wasn't sure how it's gonna work by painting on the cork, but it just sits on there really nicely. I will say, when I was trying to put them on, when I was gluing them, so you'll see that in a minute, I was pulling a little off, so I retouched it. But I think that if it just sits overnight and you let it sit overnight before you adhere them, it probably wouldn't happen. So this one, I'm just gonna fill different pockets, and I kind of did it more random. I was thinking about doing like 4. So each pocket I have a little bit of different stuff. Those green leaves, and I kind of wanted to use some leaves in my pocket because for this month we're trying to use leaf things, and holly leaves are very Christmas, right? And so I stuck one of those in there with some of the Bustle collection and of sequins, and those are amazing too. They have different, like a light color green and some silver and some red, and it's just really fun and Christmassy, but not too much. And so the one off to the side, it's kind of hard to see, that last pocket has a red color cast heart from that confetti pack. And then I also stuck a button from the Falala collection. They had those, like the buffalo plaid, and I just thought that would be perfect. And so now here I'm touching it up, and added a little bit of the paint splatters right to the page. It probably will rub off a little bit, but I don't really mind. So I'm going to adhere this last one up on the top. I started off with that glue, and then I'm going to end up going back and using some red line, and then I'm going to add another piece from Paisley Press. So don't forget to check out the links below in the store, and you can check out all these fun Christmassy inspired sequin packs that don't just work for Christmas, but are a great addition to your Christmas albums. And I will see you guys later. Have a great scrappy week. Bye.